Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm doing a single 6x12 pocket page here. These are more photos from Brussels. This is actually from inside our hotel. We stayed at the Radisson Grand Place, which to my knowledge is the only 5-star hotel I've ever stayed in. Normally because it's out of my budget. But this one I got for a steal, I think, because it was, not main tourist season, being mid-October, and we got a fabulous room. And then when we got there, they upgraded me to an executive level, and we also got access to the private lounge where we could go in all day. I think it was from like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and they had wine and beer all day. Snacks were always out, as you can see here. So it actually saved us some money because we did eat some snacks in there and had some of the drinks and that kind of stuff, and it was very, very nice. And then there was this extra room where you could just sit and work or read, take a break, plan your day, which we did do a little bit. So it was very, very nice. It was a treat we did not expect, and I want to make sure that I scrap it. I'm not quite sure what to do here though. I know that in my stash of pocket cards, I have one that's about staying at a hotel. I can't remember exactly what it says, but I know I have one. So I'm thinking that here, but then what do I do with this? I don't think I have a 4x6 one that is hotel related to my knowledge. I could just find a card that just has like a simple saying about travel on it. I'm just not sure. And because there's also food featured and drinks, I definitely have like stickers and embellishments that are food and drink related. So somehow I'm gonna have to put all that together to make something. All right, these are the two cards I had in my bin, and I remembered this one. This is the one I was thinking of, but it actually talks more about the room, not about the lounge. Whoops. If I were going to use it, I would obviously use the black and white and gray side, but I'm not sure that's the one I want since this is focused on the lounge. I also have this one. I like this a little better, because I could put in there like accommodation, and I could put like executive level because that's what we're upgraded to, and some of this info. This one's also blue on the other side, which I don't like because the font that was used here, these are from Kelly Perky / Paper Person. The font that was used here, you can't read it very well. I don't like it, so I really prefer this side, and I don't know if this was an error that this happened, that this didn't line up. I don't know. But anyway, luckily for me, I will use the black and white side. Then maybe up here, I'll just have to do a separate card and journal. So either I can find something that's black and white and spruce it up a little bit, or find something maybe that's has some red in it, since the chairs are red and there's some red here. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to start with this. I may want to put something up here as well, like a sticker or something, or chipboard. I gotta look into my stash and see what I have. I have pulled out some items related to drinks and food. I like these stickers, and I was thinking maybe this one I can use. I'm sure it's meant for like something sweet or a dessert, but I could use it because it was a special treat to get this upgrade and have access to this. So I'm keeping those. This has a bunch of different stuff in it, and I think I might even have a wood veneer piece of a croissant if I haven't used it yet. I do believe one of the sets has that, so I may utilize that since it's here. And I have also pulled out all of my 4x6 travel cards to see, is there anything that I can use in this pocket that works with what I got going here? Well, it's kind of unbelievable to me, but in this whole stack, I did not find something that I thought would work here. I did have one set of black and white cards that I did consider. Let's see if I can find them again here. Yeah, I have a set of these. I think it's like a set of 10, and I like part of it, but not all of it. I don't want it to say day number and date. I don't need the location again because that will be here, but I like this that says favorite part. Like favorite part of using the lounge would have been interesting, but on the whole, it just doesn't work. So I decided to go into my general stash of cards, not travel specific. And I did find that I have a pack of these. This is perfect. It just says documented. I can write in here, stamp, put a phrase label, whatever I want in any color, and I still have a ton of journaling room. So I think I'm going to use one of these, and then I will just embellish the card with something. I could even maybe put washi over this if I wanted to bring in color. So I like that it gives me some options. But it is very, very black and white, which is boring. So I need to bring in some stuff. I'm a little disappointed that on here, this blue, not quite the same. The bottom isn't bad, but the top, I don't really like how that mixes. I could use this one. The sort of tan and slightly yellow works. So I may add that either up here or to the top of this card or something. Wish that was a little thinner and then it might fit in there. So I have those. Still trying to figure out, can I even use this? Maybe that would work like here or at the top here somewhere. I don't know. And I reserve the right to move these photos around if I figure out that something else would work better. I did remember correctly. There's a croissant in this set of wood veneer. I am going to use that. I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go up here because I don't want it too close to the actual croissants down here. But before I put that on, I need to figure out, am I doing some washi here? I'm also considering maybe, do I have alpha stickers that are small enough to fit in here where I could make something of that? If so, I would probably do red. So I need to go in and find that as well. All right, I have pulled out these letters and I have enough to spell lounge. I will, however, have to do a makeshift E because those are all gone, but I do have C's and then I have a little dash that's left there. So I can make that work with what I've got here. So I think what I'm going to do is in here in this space, I'm going to do lounge and then I'm going to use one set of these brackets. I don't know which ones, but I'm going to use those to offset it and then it'll say lounge documented. I have that done and you can tell it's a makeshift E a little bit, but I think when it's behind a page protector and in the album, it won't be very noticeable, probably to anybody but me. I definitely do want to add some washi, and so I've pulled out 3 different options here, 2 that are wider, 1 that is much more narrow. This maybe would cover that black and white stripe, but probably not. So if I use it, I would probably use that one on here and then layer something on top. But either of these, width-wise, would cover it. They would be fine. I'm a little worried that this one is too thin. Even on the roll, you can see what's behind it, like peeking through. I love the design, though. It's so cool. Very, like, Art Deco, kind of, which I dig. But if I do anything, it's probably going to have to be this one, just to make sure it'll actually cover this. And I'm debating do I want a little bit here, maybe like on this side, and then a little bit here on the left side, or maybe put it here and then layer this on top somehow. I'm not sure, but I think I need to use it in 2 places just to make sure that there's enough red represented in there. I decided to do this one first and just see what I thought of putting the washi down because it's easy to take that up again if I didn't like it. But I decided I did like it just enough to show through, and then I did layer that on top, which I like. So now I have those kind of taken care of, and I'm glad I decided to center this kind of within that box, because if I had it all the way to the left, these would be too stacked for me. Here they're just enough sort of not totally in line that I'm okay with it. And then I am going to take another little piece here just to make sure I can get this started again. I'm gonna fold down that end. There we go. I'm going to take this and put it up here to bring in some of that red. How does that look? Are those too close together? I don't mind it, and I could do just a little bit as a third option for a visual triangle if I wanted to, but I don't know that I'll need to. We'll see though, but I am going to keep this one on there. I think it adds a much needed pop of color. Put a little staple in there so that those kind of match, and that might be all I do there. And then maybe I'm going to end up doing my croissant and maybe this other drink up top. I've got my croissant here, and I'm going to just put on my mono liquid glue here on the back, and then I think I'm going to just do it Yeah, kind of over here. Maybe I'll overlap the stripes on both ends there. There we go. That should dry pretty quickly, so that's helpful. And then I have these. I want to use this one for sure. And then I realized this one's kind of brown too. I could maybe layer that here. I don't know how well that would show up. It might blend in too much. I'm not sure. Or could I fit it in here? I don't know. I'm going to mess around with that though to see if I can incorporate that color somewhere else. I added the tall glass here and I decided to kind of offset it, and either I will finish my journaling up here and not use this bottom, or I will journal around this, which kind of has a cool look, I think. So that might be what I end up doing there. And then I've actually decided I'm going to take this other drink and put it right there. I was going to stamp something or write upgrade in there or something, but I think the journaling will suffice. So let's move that out of the way here. This should go pretty much in the center, I think, like maybe right to the bottom of the washi. Ooh, yeah, that's barely gonna fit in there, but it fits. Let's see what I think of that. So there we have that. This will go here. All right, is that enough? Am I happy with it? I think so. I don't want to add more just to add it. The only thing I can think of is if I found something else like this color-wise to overlap here, I would, but I don't have any more of these that really match. This one's kind of a neutral, but it's too big, I think. I might change my mind, I don't know. But I think for now I'm going to leave it like this. So here's another one finished for Brussels. Thanks for watching.